Today on the show, I've got some quick hits with the Toyota Landcruiser. That's right, the 2025 Toyota Landcruiser build and price is out, and we're not doing a build and price on this one, by the way, but I've got some thoughts about this thing. I've driven this vehicle. I've driven both versions of this vehicle, and I've got some thoughts. But first, before we get deep into my thoughts, because, well, you know me, they're not that deep, go ahead and smash that like button for me and hit the old subscribe button. And if you're from the Nissan Nation podcast channel and you're like, hey, what happened here? We decided to take this channel and just make it everything. Just let's talk about everything off-road. And this is strictly an off-road channel. So reviews and all that's going to be on here, and we'll have some fun. And I do have some new drives coming up real soon. So stick around. So let's get into this. I want to bring this up. This is Toyota's website. This is the Landcruiser there. You can see it there. And good looking vehicle. I'm not going to lie. I think they hit a home run with the look of this thing. Now, I know the old school faithful, the 200, the 300 people, they're like, hey, that's not a Landcruiser. Well, it is. It's just the Prado version of it, the smaller version of it that they sell in Indonesian markets and such. And I like that Toyota brought it to the United States. I think it's fun. I really do. I think you can never have enough fun off-road vehicles, right? But a couple things about this thing are just mind-boggling to me. One, price. Two, where does it fit in Toyota's lineup? And of course, I've beat this for a dead horse for a year now on the other channel. But I'm lost at, we look at this. Let's bring this up so you guys can see it. $56,700 is where this thing's starting out, and then that's just the basic 1958. If you want the Landcruiser, yes, they really did name it that. You're about $61,000 starting out, and both vehicles are nice, but after spending time in them, and I'll throw some video up, I just don't feel that this thing is a mid-50s priced SUV. Now, Toyota Faithful might beat me up on that, and go for it, man. I'd had dreams of owning this thing till pricing came out, and then I saw I won't say lack of quality, but just the kind of cheapness that this thing is. And I hear people bitching over and over and over, is technology kind of ruining vehicles? And I think this is one where it kind of is. They went with that, the hybrid setup, the iForce setup for this thing. It makes good horsepower. I do like the fact that it does have that battery pack. So if you want to kit this thing out, you want to kind of do some overlanding, it's kind of fun. It's just not that much fun for the price. And let's go ahead, and I want to click into this video just a little bit here. Bring up the old build and price, and this is their lineup. You just get two. Now there was a first edition at the end, which makes sense that it's gone. They brought this out last year, but we have the Landcruiser 1958, then the Landcruiser. Boggles my mind. Just call the one the 1958, and then just call this one like the Cruiser or something. Like, people know what they are. I like the round lights and I like the square lights. I kind of know what Toyota their goal was, that they're playing on their heritage just a little bit. Smart. But at the end of the day, when you look at the 1958, starts at 56,700, and then you look over at 61,000 for the other one. And if you compare the two, it's not, to me, my opinion, it's not that much of a jump. It shouldn't be that much of a jump over price. And when I look at these at the end of the day, and after spending time in these are a mid $40,000 SUV all day long. And I think had Toyota done that and let the 4Runner kind of sit just above these. And I know that's kind of reverse of what they used to be. The Landcruiser was the king of Toyota stable. But I think if you would have taken this and just made it mid 40s all the way around, people would have loved this. And you've got more competition coming. Ford keeps hinting that they might bring the Everest to the United States. You've got Nissan hinting that the Xterra is coming back. So between that and the fact that Toyota's kind of stealing sales from themselves between 4Runner and this, because they're both, let's look at them, they're both similarly capable vehicles. And especially if you look at the price point, if you look at the $56,000 price point here for the 58, and then you look at what you can get for the 4Runner, this thing is way overpriced. And I'm curious where you guys are at with this. This was not going to be a hard deep dive video. I'm kind of trying to figure out where you guys want to take the pirate ship. And I've got some opinions on this vehicle. So in the comments below, let me know what you think about this. Am I just being silly? Do you think, 56,000 to 65,000 is probably where this thing should be? Personally, I don't, but I know hybrid technology is expensive, and this thing's full of it. And, well, I just think it's overpriced. So whether it be two-wheel drive, four-wheel drive, this badass little Landcruiser I've driven, and I do like. I just think quality of parts and everything's just not where it should be. This has been your All Terrain Nation. I'm your host, David Boyd, and we're out. Peace, everybody. Love y'all.